With all the latest big news, talking points and discussion from the football world, this is Football Central. Good evening, guys. Welcome to Football Central Extra Time, where today's game that we were focusing on was Manchester United v Istanbul. And of course, I'm not going to try to pronounce their name because it's just a nightmare. I mean, Kelly Cates on BBC Radio 5 Live was having a nightmare. So, good evening. I'm your host, TubeMix. As usual, of course, this is Football Central, only on the TubeMix YouTube channel. And as I said, welcome to Football Central Extra Time, where we basically a post-match reaction and give our thoughts on the game that we covered on Football Central tonight. Tonight's game, as I did also say, was Manchester United v Istanbul. And let's see how things started off, shall we? So Bruno Fernandes started in the 7th minute with a goal and then scored in the 19th minute. Marcus Rashford had a penalty in the 35th minute and scored, and then Daniel James wrapped things up for United at 90 plus 2 minutes, assisted by Mason Greenwood. And it's time to welcome JLIWheels to the show. Good evening.
Hello, mate. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So, did you see the game?
Yeah. Considering you said good evening, are we live?
Oh yes. Sorry, mate.
Okay, no worries. Hang on. I'm not ready.
Sorry, I just thought because I know you didn't have much time and I didn't want to keep calling you again and again, so...
No worries, completely fine, 1 sec. So, what did you think of the game?
Well, obviously a really good start, but it sounded like on 5 Live that United were a bit wobbly, and Istanbul did get a goal back. But mostly it was a pretty good performance from what Dion Dublin and John Murray were saying, I think.
Right, okay, I'm with you now.
And there was lots of substitutions actually. Axel Tuanzebe came off for Victor Lindelof in the 45th minute and then got booked, so he's banned for the next game. Brandon Williams came on for Istanbul Basaksehir in the 59th minute. Daniel James came on for Marcus Rashford, also in the 59th minute. Mason Greenwood came on for Bruno Fernandes in the 59th minute. And the final substitution was Nemanja Matic coming in the 82nd minute to replace Anthony Martial.
Do you want to go in with the player ratings?
Oh, yes, of course. Now, since I've done the intro, would you mind doing the player ratings?
I was going to get you to do them just because I'm not set up to actually do a video at the minute, so I need to sort myself out. So I just thought that'd be good while you...
I'll tell you what, I could go through a couple of the other results and then would you be okay to do the player ratings once you set up?
Yeah, okay.
So, in the Champions League, there was a lot of games tonight actually. It finished Borussia Dortmund 3, Club Brugge 0. Erling Haaland scored the first 2 goals, assisted by Jadon Sancho, and then Jadon Sancho wrapped things up in the 45th minute to make it 3-0. Lazio beat Zenit St. Petersburg 3-1 in the Champions League. Immobile, I think that's how you pronounce his name, in the 3rd minute, and a penalty.
I don't get how you overcomplicate names. Because a lot of the time you say the name right the first time, but then you say, oh no, that's wrong, and then like absolutely butcher it.
Is it immobile then?
Immobile.
Oh right, Immobile.
Ciro Immobile. Yeah.
Timo Immobile.
No, Ciro Immobile.
Oh, Ciro Immobile.
Why are you saying it like that? Immobile.
Oh,
Immobile.
Immobile.
Immobile. I say it however you want, as long as it sounds like it should sound.
Okay. Anyway.
Not Imbombile or however you're saying it.
So anyway, he scored in the 3rd minute and a penalty in the 55th minute, and then in the 22nd minute, Parolo, I don't know how you pronounce his name.
You say that, but like you just got that one right as well.
Oh, well that's good for me then. And then, assisted by Lever. Probably not right.
Lever, Lucas Lever, you know him?
Do I?
Yeah, he played for Liverpool for years.
Lucas Lever? I don't think I do.
Oh my Christ.
And Angel Korea.
Korea, yeah.
And for Zenit St. Petersburg, Zuba? Is it Zuba?
Artem Zuba.
Oh, Zuba. Oh, okay.
It's Zuba, but I think the D is silent.
Oh,
Artem
okay.
Zuba.
Right, Zuba then. And then, oh my God, I'm not sure you pronounce his, who assisted in the 25th minute.
Forget it. I'll do the player ratings.
Oh, okay. And over to JLIWheels for the player ratings.
Okay, so here we go. Just a reminder of the scoreline. It was Manchester United 4, Istanbul Basaksehir 1. 2 goals from Bruno Fernandes, a goal from Marcus Rashford from the penalty spot, and a goal from Dan James as well, which is good to see. The consolation for Istanbul was scored by, God knows how you say his name. Okay. Oh God, this is the wrong. This is the wrong one. This is for. This is for what's it? This is for West Brom. Hang on a minute.
Oops.
This is it. Okay, there we go.
Over to JLIWheels for the player ratings.
David De Gea. His selection would have been controversial if United had not won so handsomely. Excellent save to deny Edin Visca, but culpable for the goal. A 6. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Marcus Rashford was the right winger in name only, but Wan-Bissaka did not offer additional support. He did not need to, mind. 6. Victor Lindelof avoided any dramas during a serene 45 minutes before he made way for Axel Tuanzebe to protect his back problems. 6. Harry Maguire, a stress-free evening for the United captain and a second successive clean sheet after his magnificent performance at Everton. 6. Alex Telles' corner led to the first goal through Telles' positioning, though Telles' positioning vexed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick looked at ease again. 7. Donny van de Beek, a steelier performance from the Dutchman in a deeper role. He looked more than comfortable in next to Fred. The Brazilian selection reinforced his importance, and United is simply a better side with Fred as one of the midfield 2. 7. Marcus Rashford, a threat almost from the off, might only might only be supported not. Oh God, I'm butchering. I can't read. A threat almost from the off, and might only be disappointed not to have scored from open play. Not shackled by starting on the right. 8. Bruno Fernandes. His thunderous half volley is maybe his best goal for United, and Fernandes was selfless in letting Rashford take the penalty, deservedly rested 8. Anthony Martial moved to accommodate Cavani and had Rafael da Silva on toast. The debate will rage over whether he's better on the left. 7. Edinson Cavani's deft touches brought teammates into play quickly, and Man United benefited from having an out-and-out striker up top. 8. Subs, Actor Twanzebe booked and misses the PSG game next week. 5. Mason Greenwood, greedy, and his decision-making annoyed some teammates, but assisted Daniel James. 6. Daniel James did not offer much of a threat until he scored in added time. 6. Brandon Williams, his first appearance in nearly 2 months. 5. And Nemanja Matic came on to shore things up. 5. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer limited the number of changes with the top-heavy side that took Basaksehir into the cleaners and won the game with a half to spare. An 8. I don't know about that. I think that's because by the sounds of it, they were really, really complacent in the second half and got away with it a little bit.
Yeah, sounded like in the few minutes in the second half, yeah, there was a period when they didn't sound so great.
Yeah.
And Barcelona, they beat Dynamo Kiev by 4-0. It was the youngster Dest in the 52nd minute, Eric Braithwaite in the 57th, and
Martin Braithwaite.
Oh, whoops, yeah. Who's Eric Braithwaite? I don't know. I think I just made a player up. Antoine Griezmann, 90 plus 2 minutes, and Braithwaite also assisted Dest's strike. Minginza in the 57th minute. I've probably not pronounced his name right.
Who is Minginza? Oh, yeah. It's probably not how you say it, but we'll go with that. Mingueza, maybe? I don't know.
I haven't got a clue. And Jordi Alba assisted Griezmann's goal in the 90th.
Sounds like they rested. Sorry, I shouted really louder then. Sounds like they rested a load of players, to be honest.
Yeah. Seems so. I mean, in the end, they didn't need Messi. So, yeah.
Messi who, mate? Messi who?
It finished Juventus 2 for
Fenerbahce.
Oh, right, okay, thank you. Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the 35th minute with Alvaro Morata in the 90 plus 2nd minute. Ju Cuadrado, the 35th minute.
Juan Cuadrado.
Oops. And Uzini.
Who?
The guy who scored for
Oh God! Right, let me do this.
Okay.
Let me do these. Right, where are you? Fenerbahce, right? Man United, we already know. PSG beat Leipzig 1-0 thanks to a Neymar penalty, or what is it that you like to call him?
The Brazilian brat.
That's the one. In the Scottish Premiership, because we didn't touch on this at all, although I think we shouldn't disrespect our Scottish counterparts, mainly because it's the third place team, Hibernian. They're 4 points away from Celtic, and Celtic are 11 points away from Rangers. Who haven't lost a game yet.
Brilliant.
So that's Hibs 2 and St Johnstone. Is it St Johnstone?
Yeah.
It's Kilmarnock. Oh no, St Johnstone, true. Yeah. That's 2 from Stephen McGinn, who is it's Paul McGinn. Right, I give up with the Scottish Premier League. Go away. full times in the Championship. 1-1 between Luton and Birmingham. 3-2 between QPR and Rotherham. Freddie Ladapo adding the second for Rotherham. It was 3-2 between Stoke and Norwich. 0-0 between Wickham and Huddersfield. 1-0 between Barnsley and Brentford. Do you want to guess who scored the goal?
Rico Henry.
The left back.
I don't know who.
Then again, you don't even watch the Championship, do you? Right, okay, it's even Tony.
Right.
With the goal. Blackburn 3-0 win away at Preston. Right, thanks for goals from Adam Armstrong from the spot, as we said. Ben Brereton assisted by Joe Rothwell, and Tyrese Dolan assisted by Ben Brereton. It's good to win that for them. And Bournemouth with a 2-0 victory over Nottingham Forest. 1 goal from Stanislas, assisted by David Brooks, and then Stanislas again from the penalty spot to make it 2-0. In League One, Gillingham beat Wimbledon 2-1 thanks to goals from Kyle Dempsey and Dominic Samuel, with Ben Hennigan providing the consolation for Wimbledon. It was a 1-0 loss away to Accrington for the mighty Crew Alexandra, with the goal from Colby Bishop. Burton Albion got a 4-2 victory over Charlton to stun the form books. Goals from Lucas Akins, Powell, Hughes and Charles Vernon for Burton Albion, with the consolations goals from Paul Smith and Chuck Sinike. Doncaster Rovers came from 2-0 down to win 3-2 at Blackpool. Jerry Yates and CJ Hamilton scoring for Blackpool. Cameron John, Reece James and Ben Whiteman with the goals for Doncaster. For Hull, a 3-0 victory over Ipswich. Malik Wilkes, Josh McGuinness and Tom Eaves all scoring. For MK Dons, a 2-2 draw for them. Charlton Morris and Cameron Jerome brought it back from 2-0 down from Sean Wally and Mark Pugh. A load of ex-Premier League players in that game. For Peterborough, return to winning ways after 2 losses in a row. The goal from Johnson Clark Harris. A draw between Pompey and the O's as Sean Raggett got the opener, and Alex Gorin scored from the spot. For Rochdale, a late equaliser from Stephen Humphries cancelled out Harry Smith? Is it Harry Smith? It might be Harry Smith. Yeah, it is Harry Smith. Harry Smith's first goal. For Swindon versus Lincoln, Lewis Monsomer scores again. The free scoring centre half is loving life in Lincoln. And 0-0 between Wigan and Bristol Rovers. In League Two, an absolute classic between 2 former Premier League players as David Dunn met Harry Kewell. That finished 4-3 to Oldham, with Scott Quigley opening the scoring for Barrow in the 16th minute before Luke Garrity? I know these players, I don't know names, so I'm just going to go with, I'm just going to speed it up as well because I'm aware I'm taking ages. Before Garrity scored to make it 1-1. Danny Rowe then scored in the 47th minute to make it 2-1 before whoever Platt is scored in the 79th minute to make it 2-2. In the 82nd minute, Danny Rowe scored again from the penalty spot before Conor McElhaney made it 4-2 in the 95th minute. For Barrow, the final goal came in the 99th minute of the game.
Whoa.
A Carl Piergiani own goal. It was a draw in the end between 2 teams towards the top of League One. Ben Tozer for Cheltenham in the 49th minute before who was actually, I think, the top goal scorer in Europe earlier on in the season. Paul Mullin scored in the 95th minute. Hang on, I've just gone off it. Didn't mean to do that. For Grimsby, managed by Ian Holloway, it was a good victory for them. Crawley opened the scoring in the 4th minute through Max Waters before Devon Green and Max Wright. Oh, Matt Green, not Devon Green. Who am I thinking of? Scored for them. Exeter absolutely put Colchester to the sword, 6-1.
Ooh.
A double from Matt J in the 20th and the 95th minute. Whoever you are. Joel Randell scored in the 53rd minute, and then a hat-trick from Ryan Bowman. Goals coming on 57, 71 and 93. The consolation scored by Michael Falevi for Colchester. 1-0 Leyton Orient against Bradford. Just a quick reminder, I've been to that stadium before. Great there. I like it there. With a goal scored by Hack in the 64th minute. Harrogate beat Mansfield 1-0 to continue their great start. Thanks to Calvin Miller. It was 1-1 between Newport and Walsall. Scott Twine cancelling out Elijah Adebayo's opener. 2-1 for Salford versus Morecambe. 2 goals from Ashley Hunter. And then Cole Stockton scoring for Morecambe. Almost there, Will, I promise. Bolton beat Scunthorpe 1-0 thanks to Peter Chioso. Southend were beaten by Forest Green 1-0 thanks to Jake Young. Stevenage beat the Vale, hooray! Thanks to goals from Aramide Ote and Danny Newton. With the consolation for the Vale coming from Devante Rodney. And Tranmere beat Carlisle 1-0 thanks to a goal from Corey Brackett Taylor. God, that was a lot of hard work.
And Chelsea beat Rennes by 2-1. It was Hudson-Odoi and Olivier Giroud for Chelsea, and for Rennes, Grassi, okay. Assisted by Beauregard.
I think it is Beauregard, actually. I don't know how to say it.
And Mason Mount assisted Callum Hudson-Odoi in the 22nd minute. And Sevilla, they 2-1 against FC Krasnodar. Former Barcelona player Ivan Rakitic, who returned to the club, he scored in the 4th minute.
And also former Barcelona man Munair, actually.
Oh.
Al Hadidi is Munair. Al Hadidi, he's like, I don't know, I think he's Moroccan as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does sound familiar actually. Scored in the 90 plus 5 minutes. And for Krasnodar, it was Sousa Campo, probably. Sousa Campos, no idea how you pronounce his name. Anyway, he scored in the 56th minute, with Olsen assisting in the 56th minute. And I think that's pretty much all the scores, I'm pretty sure.
Did you enjoy my little? Did you enjoy that rundown of all the EFL? I got a bit cocky. I was trying to remember all the full names of all the players and everything. But I
did enjoy it. Yeah, that was very good. Like like you were reading the charts out on the radio, and at number one.
So just to actually focus on the game that we're supposed to be focusing on. Obviously, it's a good result for United. Bruno Fernandes coming up trumps again, as he and Marcus Rashford as well. Really, really appreciate that Bruno Fernandes could have had a hat trick, gave the penalty to Rashford. You know, got a lot of respect for that.
He's a team player, I think. He's a team player, because they were saying that on Radio 5 Live, and from what I've seen, he is. He's not got any big ego or anything. He's more than happy to.
Whenever I've heard him doing interviews, he has been quite candid and quite honest. I think against the West Brom, in the West Brom result, he did turn around and say, we should have scored more or something like that, wasn't it? I think I saw.
Yeah, I love him on interviews. And did you read or see the interview when, United were going through a bad patch, as they have at various times this season, and the reporter asked Bruno Fernandes, is it true, the unrest? And then said, do not use my name to spread unrest about Manchester United. And then I think that shut the reporter up. Do not use my name to spread rumours and arrest and upset.
Yeah, there's something about him, isn't there? He's got a lot of fans, and I can understand why. I like him a lot.
I love him. He's a great player. He shows great leadership. He's honest in interviews. For me, there's a lot of things to like about him. I don't think there's anything to not like about him.
Now, there is something that I do want to mention as well. David De Gea, it actually seemed like, because I listened to it too, and I've seen it as well, it looked very much like a great save from the free kick, but it had gone over the line.
Oh, yeah, because he thought he'd saved it.
In which case, is that goalkeeping error or just unlucky?
Well, I guess it'd be unlucky, because he thought he got a claw to it, and then, I guess, but without actually seeing it. I mean, well,
I don't know, it's kind of difficult, isn't it? Because I think you could take it one way or another. You say a top-class goalkeeper like De Gea is supposed to be, know if it's crossed the line or not. But you could also say, well, maybe it came at him at such a pace that there was nothing he could do. People in the were saying, like, De Gea's a liability.
Well, do you know what? I thought that, but I'm not really sure now. I think he's definitely put more confidence in it. I would like to see Dean Henderson, though, given a chance, I have to say.
He has done better, I think, De Gea. I'm not going to take it away from him, because he has done better. So when a player does better,
well, I think
that's all you can kind of do, really. Is
sorry.
Go on. Sorry. No.
I was just about to say, I think Dean Henderson coming has actually give De Gea a good kick up the backside. I think, you'd think that.
I think he needed it.
Yeah, and you'd think that the arrival of Edouard Mendy at Chelsea would have sort of done the same to Kepa, but it's not looked that way at all.
I think it's different with the Kepa Mendy situation, because Mendy's come in and performed so well, whereas David De Gea, it's lifted his game a little, but I can still see the argument for dropping De Gea, whereas there's no for me at the minute, with the full Mendy's in, there's no way he's coming out of that team.
No, that's too. That's just Mendy is making it too easy to pick him, and it's really.
I think I've mentioned this before. I like with Mendy how he's always ready. It's like he's always ready for the shot to be in. Like he's always on his toes. He's not sort of static. He's always waiting for the shot to come in, and I like that. I rate that a lot.
Yeah, I mean Mendy. For me, I like him because he's just, you know, as a neutral football fan, you can just be so comfortable with him. Kepa at times I watched him, I'm just like, it was so tense. Kepa made me nervous. He did.
Yeah, he was a bit of one of them, but Mendy's great, and I think it is time for Henderson to get a Premier League chance for United. For me,
Yes.
David De Gea has been a safe pair of hands for at least, maybe not his first season, but his every season from then. So at least 8 seasons now he's been solid.
Yes. Yeah, I think Dean Henderson should get his chance, but I also, yeah, I agree with you. What's interesting for Kepa actually, because I was looking, because Kepa was actually first choice for Spain last season because they was struggling, obviously. Now though I think because De Gea's been playing relatively well, he's been back, and Bilbao's Unai Simon. So now Kepa is third in the.
Oh yeah, Unai Simon seems a very good goalie.
And
They
I'm
seem
guessing
to do very well.
did Bilbao buy him to replace Kepa?
No, Unai Simon is like Kepa. He came through the ranks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's very interesting because obviously Bilbao. I remember a couple of years ago. You think about the Bilbao team of Kepa and
Herrera.
Laporte.
Oh yeah.
Munayin, Iñaki Williams, Adruiz as well. They've had a good time. They got smashed 4-0 by, I think it was Villarreal.
Well, Villarreal are doing very well, aren't they, in the table, in the Liga?
Well, Unai Emery got who he wanted. He brought in Coquelin, he brought in
Former Arsenal player, of
Daniel
course.
Parejo, and brought in Kubo from Madrid on loan. He's done well.
Why do you think Emery struggled at Arsenal? And why do you think he struggled at Arsenal?
I just don't think the Premier League suited him. He went from, didn't he go? Wasn't it Sevilla to Paris?
PSG, yeah, because he replaced Laurent Blanc. He did.
Laurent Blanc, yeah, and then Tuchel replaced Blanc. No, Tuchel replaced Emery, and then who's the manager at PSG? I don't even know. Is it Blanc again? It's not.
No,
is it?
It's Tuchel now.
Is it still?
It's still Thomas
Oh
Tuchel.
yeah. So who's the? Oh, it's Favre is the manager at Dortmund.
Yes, Lucien Favre. He looks like a man you don't want to mess with.
Bit scary.
Yeah, Unai Emery always makes me think of a vampire. If you put a vampire cloak on him, and put some vampire teeth.
Every time I see him, I just think of that thing where the press person's phone is going off, and he answered it, and he goes, "Good evening. My name is Unai Emery."
Yeah, I couldn't really. I could just about tell what he was saying. To be honest, I don't know. Emery seemed a bit moody, a bit angry. I wasn't particularly that fan of him, particularly. but he was okay. I mean, I much preferred him to Sarri. I really could not stand Sarri.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because nobody seemed to like him, did they?
No. I'm surprised that Kepa, I thought he was a goner after that, that League Cup incident. Kepa went down with cramp, and Sarri, alerted to, the sub. It would have been Caballero probably to
It's
get
very
ready to
odd,
come
and I
on.
think Caballero would have been a good choice. Caballero is a good penalty saver as well. I think you look back at some of the managers that we've had in the Premier League that haven't worked out so well, but came with good reputations. Emery was one. What was the name of the guy? Frank de Boer
Oh yeah, at Palace.
was one. Didn't work out for him.
Didn't
Obviously
like him
Van
either.
Gaal Van Gaal had good ideas, brought a lot of young players through, but it didn't work out for him really either. Then you look at Sarri, and there's so many Chelsea managers: Villas-Boas,
Luis Felipe
Scolari,
Scolari,
yeah,
Roberto
Abraham
Di
Moran,
Matteo.
Di Matteo, yeah, so many.
And it's crazy to think that Di Matteo, in his first season, won the FA Cup and the Champions League.
Yeah, and he came in halfway through the season as well. It
He
wasn't
did,
like he had the
because
full
Di
season
Matteo
to do it.
was Villas-Boas' assistant, wasn't he?
Yeah. Now, we talk about ex-players that do a good job. I think Villas-Boas did a good job, and he was obviously a great player. Didn't have the career of Zola or any of them because of the injury that he got. He was out for 2 years, retired in 2001. I think he led the team out in the 2001 FA Cup final.
All right.
I'm sure we won that one. But he was definitely a good player. Scored the quickest ever FA Cup goal. 11 seconds in the 96-97 FA Cup final against Middlesbrough.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of knowledge for you.
Yeah, and he worked with Jose Mourinho as well at Porto.
He was at where's he been recently? Schalke, the Bundesliga.
He's at Marseille now.
He's at who is?
Marseille.
Villas-Boas is at Marseille.
Hang on, am I?
Was Ricardo Carvalho his assistant?
Well, it says here, hang on, let me check. No, it's saying Andres Villas-Boas here.
Yeah, I was on about Di Matteo. What are you on about?
Oh, sorry, I was on about Villas-Boas.
Alright, okay, so he's not had a... Since when was Di Matteo the Villa manager?
Oh, that was... Yeah, because obviously Villa went through quite a lot of managers. There was Paul Lambert, Rudy Garcia, then...
He had Rudy Garcia?
Yeah. Then... Trying to think... I think... Yeah, Roberto Di Matteo, then Steve Bruce. Let's see.
Villa didn't have Rudy Garcia, surely.
Hang on, let me look here. Right, so... Oh no, sorry, Remy Gard. Whoops.
Remy Gard. That's a completely different bloke.
Are they both French, though?
Oh, well, you're a funny one. Rudy Garcia is French, yes.
Oh, well, at least I got that right. Right, so yeah. Oh, well, yeah, they even had Gerald Houllier.
He's the Lyon manager.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Whoops. So they had, Remy Gard, Roberto Di Matteo, Steve Bruce, and then Dean Smith. Yeah, and then of course Tim Sherwood briefly as well, and yeah, and Dean Smith's doing some very good work, and I mean Ollie Watkins, I can't wait to see more from him, and Ross Barkley's doing well, Jack Grealish is, but for what was really annoying, I don't know if you've seen, but Grealish is in the news again.
Don't really, why?
Oh, well, he was drink driving, I think.
It's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure about that.
Well, yep. Well, that's definitely a shame, because he's a magnificent player and played very well for England. Well, yes, that might stop him from getting to other clubs, I think. His off-the-field activity. Oh, well. Right, anyway, are you ready to stop there?
I definitely am, yeah. I'm tired, to be fair.
Yep. So, thank you very much for watching.
I'll do it if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Very much in you. Right, okay. It's been a little bit all over the place. It's been very short. Not too much to talk about. I feel like Will, although being a United fan, he can't really say too much about United for some odd reason. But yeah, it's been a good day. Streams today. Thank you very much to everybody that's been involved. And we'll be back on, is it Friday?
Yeah, I think so, because there's a Premier League game on Friday.
Yeah, so for the live review of the match week. Plus, we'll do a little bit of talking about, the live game that's on. And that should be, Will wanted to do it really late in the day, but I think we'll just do it at usual time of 8 o'clock, which is when I'll get back from work. And we'll just go from there. After that, should be the next Man United game, which I may or may not be available for.
That'll be Southampton on
is that
29th of November.
That'd be a good game, that.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what's coming up to the TubeMix channel. So if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, share with your friends on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the Snapchat. I don't know if you can do that, but sure, why not? Share it on TikTok or whatever. I don't know how one half of these things work, you know.
Oh my god, they're not on. I'm not on TikTok.
No, but you could share you could share the link, I guess, on TikTok. Somebody could, I don't know.
No, TikTok is too far.
I don't know, maybe some avid TikToker watches this and wants to share it, I don't know.
More like Tic Tac.
Right, don't be upset in the TikTok, God, you just made me say TikTok. Don't be upset in the TikTok community, there's a lot of them, I don't want to be murdered. But yeah, so share wherever you share. I don't know what happens there. That's a lot of rhyming. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday. Yeah. From all of us here at the TubeMix YouTube channel, I have been your co-host and secondary host, Jordan Earlham. No, say my full name. That's a bit shit, but okay. Didn't think about it. Jordan, also known as JLIWheels, and also with me is Big Willie, Mr. Will, also known as TubeMix.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending your time with the A team tonight. It's a shame that on Friday we'll have to roll out the B team and Sam will be joining us too, but what can you do? What can you do? From all of us here, good night, stay safe.